Hello everyone, my name is Anthony Goody and welcome back to another What If video. So, for this video, I have 3 what ifs. 2 that is Cars related, and 1 is related to Titan AE. Okay, let's get to the first one. What if Jackson Storm crashed in Cars 3? So, like I said, these what ifs are pretty short. Maybe I'll do a bonus after this, but I don't know. Okay, so Cars 3 would be the same until we get to the Los Angeles Los Angeles International Speedway from Cars 3. You know, where Jackson Storm would go up to Mcqueen and he would say like, hey champ, where'd all your friends go? And he comes up to first place, just like he did in the original movie. So, Mcqueen is struggling to get the first place, like the original movie. And the pit stop, and Mcqueen would still say, faster, Guido, come on, I need to get back out there before he does. Guido, hurry up. And Guido would still say, bato. And, McQueen just gets up into first place, like the original timeline. But when Jackson Storm came up to McQueen, Jackson Storm would say, hey McQueen, you alright? And McQueen is struggling. Listen, don't you worry, pal. You had a good run. Enjoy your retirement. And he goes up and he takes McQueen's place. Well, he goes into first place. But then one of his pipes or maybe his oil was leaking. Because there was a crack in the gas pap. I don't know. Let's just say something went wrong in Jackson Storm's engine parts that causes him to slow down. So McQueen would catch up to him and he would say, hey Storm, you think you're gonna win? Well, try your best to catch me. Catch me if you can, Storm. And then, Jackson Storm would be so shocked to see McQueen takes his first place. So yeah, McQueen is in first place, and Jackson Storm would say, no, like McQueen said in the original timeline. And like McQueen, Jackson Storm is trying to catch up to McQueen until Jackson Storm spins out, and then he hits the wall, and then his crew and his pit crew were shocked to see Jackson Storm flying in the air, and like he just crashed. But of course, McQueen wins the Los Angeles International Speedway. And that's about it. So let's get to what if number 2. What if Titan AE became very successful to the box office? And if you watch the movie today, you guys think that it's a pretty okay movie. I thought it was great. I thought it was good. So yeah, I believe the movie failed at the box office, and I already told you this in my last video. 10 days after Titan AE was released, Fox Animation Studios had been shut down due to the failures of the movie. So yeah, so since it's a what if, so what if Titan AE became very well at the box office? Because let's go back to the year 1998. I think that's when the movie was starting production. So Don Bluth and Gary Goldman they thought about making the movie good than it actually is. I think the movie would be the same, but with minor changes. Well, let's just say like Captain Corso and Breed did not betray Kale and Akima, but instead they worked together to find the Titan and destroy the dredge. And then at the end of the movie, spoilers, Kale makes a new homeworld called even though it's called New Earth, but Kale likes to call it Planet Bob. That's kind of funny. I mean, who calls a planet Bob? I mean, sorry. Who names a planet Bob? That is so funny. It's like I saw a new planet. I'll be like, I think I'll call this planet Opie. Yeah. What? Oh jeez, it's just funny. Okay. As I was trying to say. Okay, so back to the what if. So Don Bluth and Gary Goldman, they just think the story they do some minor changes to the movie. Yeah, like I said, Captain Corso and Breed did not betray Kale and Akima, so they end up destroying the dredge. Or the ending of the movie would still be the same, but throughout the movie, besides the ending, it could still be the same. Besides the ending, there's some minor changes. Like, like I said, Captain Corso and Breed did not betray the gang. Or did not betray Akima and Kale. I'm sorry. I said it like 3 times, so I hope you can forgive me for saying it. So yeah. So I don't know. So I think if Titan AE became very good at the box office, or did pretty successful at the box office, there will be a lot of changes. So Fox Animation Studios would never been shut down in the first place. Chris West's Ice Age would not have happened. But instead, do you guys remember what I said in my video, Don Bluth's Ice Age? Well, even though it's not been confirmed that Don Bluth was actually working on the Ice Age movie, but let's just say Don Bluth did make the Ice Age movie in this alternate universe. Ice Age would have been the same, but it could be darker. But I don't know. And Titan AE, the Titan AE toy line would probably get more merchandise, like a lunchbox or a pillow sheet or a bed set or something like that. And another thing, you guys remember what I said about the Titan AE video game? The PS1 video game was canceled. Well, in this alternate timeline, since this is a what if, the Titan AE PlayStation 1 video game would have came out along with the PC CD-ROM game. And the Magic Hat would have been released. So, I mean, I could see it happen. When I was born in 2001, Fox Animation Studios was still closed by the time when I was born. I mean, I never knew until I saw Don Bluth's Ice Age. It sucks that Fox Animation Studios was shut down, but oh well. The only way we could see the memories of Fox Animation Studios is to watch the movies that they were made by the studio, like Titan AE and Anastasia. And that's about it. So what do you guys think about what would happen if Titan AE became very successful at the box office? So let's get to a third what if. Alright, so what if number 3? What if Lightning McQueen won at the Motor Speedway of the South? Part 2. So yeah, you gotta watch the two cars what if video to understand. So after no. I'm sorry. What if Lightning McQueen won the Motor Speedway of the South? Okay, so it's Lightning McQueen, or what if Lightning McQueen caught up to Mack? Part 2. So yeah, let's recap. So Lightning McQueen still lost the Motor Speedway of the South, and then Lightning in the original timeline, McQueen gets lost in the highway until McQueen catches up to Mack, and then they go, and then McQueen gets into Mack, and so Mack drives up to the Los Angeles International Speedway, and McQueen won the speedway race, well, the Los Angeles International Speedway, and then he gets the sponsor, and then McQueen gets the sponsorship of Dynaco. All right, you got all that. All right, let's get into part 2. So yeah, Lightning McQueen is at a pit house, and he's watching TV, and so McQueen, let's just say if he goes into more races and he win. But the only thing, I kind of feel like, no, I feel like the more that Lightning McQueen wins, the more of his fans will get bored of seeing him winning. So I think McQueen's fans started to lose love for McQueen because they're tired of seeing him win. Yes, I know they're huge fans of McQueen, but let's just say, if they, like, whenever you see your favorite NASCAR racer winning too much, I think you'll get tired of that. So that's the same thing that would happen to McQueen, or same thing to McQueen's fans. And so, when the interview started, let's just say at the Texas International Speedway, so the interview would say, Mr. McQueen, you're a pretty good racer, but why do you keep winning? Why don't you just let any racer win for once? And McQueen would start to get a little cranky, and he'll be like, look, I'm not going to let any racer to take my place, because I'm sponsored by Dynaco, and no one's going to stop me from winning. Shut off that... Sorry. And turn off that camera. I gotta go. He was being so sassy at that point. Like, I feel like the more the McQueen wins, the more sassy he'll be. So McQueen just kept it up until we get to the point where McQueen's fans hated him. Even Mia and Tia, they're not sure if they still support McQueen. I mean, those two twins love him so much. They really love him, and they're big fans of McQueen. But they still like him. But they're not sure if they want to. But they're not sure that they still want to support him because how sassy that McQueen became. So yeah, McQueen is still very impressed with all the trophies he got, which would probably lead to the next what if. Well, not really, but the next what if is coming soon. No, it's coming up shortly. Don't worry. So McQueen became very sassy and cranky a lot, but even though he was paying his bills, the reason why I said that was because some carmen they took away all of his stuff because how McQueen just because how sassy that McQueen became. So McQueen would say like, you know, like, what are you guys doing? Why are you taking away my stuff? And one of the carmen would say, Mr. McQueen, you became very sassy, and we are unhappy to know that. So, from now on, we're going to find a new racer. And for you being in the Piston Cup, we like you, but you just became very sassy. So, you are out of the Piston Cup. So, goodbye, Lightning McQueen. And we're getting rid of this Dynaco sponsor out of you. So, yeah. So the carmen took McQueen and they got rid of all the sponsorship out of McQueen. But you know in Cars 3, McQueen is all silver. Okay, what was it? I forgot. I forgot what that paint job was. So yeah, McQueen is all silver like in Cars 3 after the crash. So McQueen is all... No, it was primer. Primer McQueen. So McQueen is all primer. He's all silver like he was in Cars 3 after McQueen crashed. It's very sad to hear, but... So McQueen lost everything. He was homeless. His pit crew even left him. And his hauler driver, you know, but it's not Mack, but I don't know what I said before. Did Mack join Dynaco? I'm not sure. I forgot. Let me know in the comments below. Let's just say McQueen's truck driver left him because how sassy McQueen became. Sorry. So McQueen is homeless. So years have passed and McQueen got older. So McQueen did his famous ka-chow, but nobody paid attention to him because how sassy McQueen came to be. But years went by and McQueen got older and older until the point where he's 95 years old. Get it? McQueen's number is 95. Yeah. It may ruin your childhood, but this is a what if. It's not like it really happened in the movies anyway. If you watch the movies, they're still good today, but this is a what if video. For the kids who's watching this. And so when McQueen turned 95 years old, 5 months after that, 5 months after he turned 95 years old, McQueen was very ill. So McQueen, he took his last breath and passed away. And when the news dropped by, the news car said, "Ladies and gentlemen, Lightning McQueen has passed away at the age of 95. And he would be like, get it? 95, his number 95. And then McQueen's fans, they would start crying. Just how McQueen's death that came to be. Even me and Tia are crying. McQueen's fans were crying because they didn't realize how important McQueen was to them. McQueen's fans that thought that if they support him, even though that he was sassy, his legacy would move on. But since McQueen passed away, no other racer is gonna take over Rusty's. Some other racer took over Dynaco. McQueen's fans, they feel like the Piston Cup is not the same without McQueen. And McQueen's fans, whenever they look at McQueen, they always remind them about on how great McQueen was before he won the Los Angeles International Speedway. And that's where our story ends. So I thought that was a pretty dark story. So let's get into part two on what if McQueen became a criminal in Cars 3. So yeah, let's recap. So McQueen argues with Sterling, and he damages him a bit. And Luigi and Guido and Mack try to cheer him up, but nothing worked. So every Piston Cup event, McQueen stole the trophies. And that maybe caused to have Piston Cup was shut down. So I don't remember much because I haven't seen the Cars What If in a while. So you got all that? Good. So let's get into part two. So Mater is sad that Radiator Springs is off the map again. Where's McQueen? I miss him, Mater said. Sheriff was about to cry, like he was about to in Cars 1. You know what scene when I'm talking about. So yeah, Sheriff has to make a decision. Until he realized that he needs to get McQueen back. So, Sheriff, Fillmore, Sarge, and Mater, and Luigi and Guido, they have to team up and get McQueen back. Sheriff knew on TV, he saw that McQueen was doing bad stuff. Because in part 1, he became a criminal. So Sheriff has to make a tough decision. Fight him to make McQueen to go back with his Radiator Springs gang, or have Sheriff to call the other cops to eliminate and to execute him for good. So while the Radiator Springs townies, including Mack, while Mater, Luigi, Guido, Fillmore, Sarge, and Sheriff and Mack, they're trying to find McQueen. So Mack has a McQueen locator to see where McQueen is. So McQueen is in Alaska. So he has all the money in the world because McQueen robbed the banks. He even has a scar on his lip. No, not lip. He even has a scar on his eyelid. And McQueen, his paint job is different. He was all black, and his eyes, they were normal, but the number where 95 is on his sides, it just says in green. So there is some writing on both sides of McQueen. So normally where the 95 is. So there were some words on McQueen's side, and they said, the writing said, "I have become death, destroyer of worlds." And it was all written in green, glow in the dark, for example. So McQueen sounds a little different. He still sounds normal, but there's some other pitch. If you're wearing headphones, if you hear McQueen's voice, The right headphone, it has McQueen's normal voice. Or in the, the, if you're wearing headphones, if you hear McQueen's voice, you're on your left headphone, you can hear McQueen's normal voice, but in the right headphone, there's a demon. There's a demon speaking. Like McQueen is, and McQueen's voice on the left, on the right speaker of your headphones, McQueen's voice sounds demonic. So yeah. So one side is McQueen's normal voice, and the other side is McQueen's demonic voice. So yeah, Mater and his friends, they all found McQueen in Alaska. Sheriff caught him at the right time. McQueen was about to go into a bank. So Sheriff says, "Stop right there," something like that. And McQueen says, "Oh no, what do you want, cop?" And Mater says, "Buddy, don't do this. I'm still your friend, but you can't do stuff like that." And McQueen just screams frantically for him to move. But Mater did not move. Mater was a little frightened. So, you know what McQueen did? He bumped into Mater. And guess what? That push that Mater gave him, that push that McQueen gave Mater, he knew that Mater needed to teach McQueen a lesson. I mean, he lets out his spy gadgets, his machine guns and all that. And so McQueen's like, "What are you gonna do with that gun, tow truck?" And Mater says, "I'm sorry, buddy. I had to do this." And the meaty guns fired at McQueen. But McQueen was really fast enough to avoid the bullets. So McQueen kept dodging the bullets until one of the bullets hit McQueen's tire, causing it to get flat. So yeah, they were fighting. And so yeah, Maynard and his friends were kind of fighting him until they're at the point where McQueen was smoking and nearly exploding. So Sheriff told him that crime is not right. Racing is your thing, not doing something that's bad. And Mack even said, not to mention, the Piston Cup has been shut down because of you. And McQueen says, "What? How did you know it was me?" And Mack thought I don't know. I just had to tell you a stupid reason. I didn't know it until I said it. And then Sheriff even said, not to mention you stole all the trophies from the Piston Cup, where it's supposed to belong to racers. So I want you to return those Piston Cups to the Piston Cup stadiums at once. If you don't, the police is going to end up finding you and take you to jail. And McQueen realized what he'd done, and he wished that if he didn't become a criminal, none of this would happen. McQueen realized it, and he had this look of regret. You're right, Sheriff. You're right. What I did was wrong, and I must do I know what to do. So McQueen returned all the Piston Cups to the stadiums. And when the Piston Cup security guards, when they saw the Piston Cup trophies back, when the Piston Cup trophies came back, one of the guards were like, "Hey, the Piston Cup trophy's back!" The Piston Cup guards, they were so happy to see it come back. And since Mcqueen returned all the Piston Cup trophies to every stadium, the Piston Cup has been reopened. Then, and because of that, Mcqueen came back to Radiator Springs. And the black Destroyer of Worlds thing, the paint job is gone. Mcqueen got his Radiator Springs paint job on. And Mcqueen apologized to everybody. Even the news reporter has him recorded. And McQueen said that he stole the trophies and he was the reason why the Piston Cup stadiums were shut down. And he said he was sorry. So yeah, everything became happy. So Lightning McQueen went into the races, and Jackson Storm, that's another story. So yeah, Jackson Storm retired after the Piston Cup stadium has been shut down. So yeah, McQueen, the next gens have been banned, and so yeah, the normal racers are still going on to the day until some other next gen that's not futuristic. But let's just say something else. A newer version of the Piston Cup models that's not futuristic. Let's just say something vintage. So yeah, McQueen wins the Piston Cup races, and everything is all fine and dandy. And McQueen's friends liked him again, and Radiator Springs is back on the map. So yeah, McQueen became all friendly, and McQueen's doing his normal thing, practicing for the Piston Cup, and everything's fine. And that's where the story ends. Alright guys, so that was my 4 what-ifs. So 3 of these what-ifs were requested by Rial Ryan. And 1 what-if I actually thought of. So what do you guys think about those what-ifs? So yeah, what do you guys think about those what-ifs? Do you like them, or do you love them, or do you want me, or do you guys want to improve them more? I mean, you guys can improve those what-ifs more, because I don't mind. But as long as you give me credit for the what-if idea that I came up. Or Rial Ryan's request. Or Rial Ryan's what-ifs. So yeah. Thank you all for watching the 4 combo what-if videos. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And turn on post notifications on. And request me some more what-ifs. And I'll see you all next time. Kapoor!